Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to do a little meet recap because the meet video may or may not have been very good because of certain reasons that I'm about to cover. Now, as you guys know, I was preparing for a meet and it was the Western New Year Championships and everything was going really well, but it ended up being a really tragic meet. So, to start off, a week out I had hit 502 on my deadlifts, which was the last video that you actually saw, and that was really good. But the next day, which I probably should have recorded, I got so sick, which kind of just killed the whole recovery for that day, which I desperately needed. And I was kind of just like bedridden for the whole day, and sadly enough my mom actually ended up getting it, which it was just like a really bad cold and fever combination. So that was already not a very good start to the week leading up to the meet. The next few training sessions were just supposed to be very light, which they were, but they were not with weight that I thought would be training with, which is probably due to the sickness. So come around Thursday-ish, we were in New York and I was lucky enough to stay at my dad's place, and the water coat went pretty well. I only had to drop 1 or 2 pounds in the sauna, which was nothing compared to the last meet. I felt really good. Definitely dehydrated, but that's to be expected. But everything else, my body felt really decent. It didn't feel like perfect. I was still recovering, had the sniffles and everything. But come meet day, I weighed in and I was like 129.5 or something like that. So I was like half a pound down, and that was really nice. I went to go refeed. I could feel that my legs definitely weren't there, so I figured with squat it would just struggle, but I usually have at my meets with squats. But it's supposed to be a 2-hour weigh-in and they cut it down by 30 minutes, which no one was prepared for, which was shown by how many people missed a bunch of squats. And I honestly should have, before that, put all my attempts down by like 10 kgs because I got sick before, but I did just follow what me and Cyrus had put down, knowing for the future that definitely won't happen. If I do happen to get sick a week out, God forbid, I will not be going for the same attempts that I had already put down. But those 30 minutes really killed me, because when I got onto squat, I was extremely bloated still, which was tragic because at the time that we ended our squats, the bloat had went to the point where I thought it would be, because I had planned for a 2-hour weigh-in. Now to start off with squats, the first attempt was like 340, and then the first attempt was really hard to start off with. It's definitely a lot harder than what I thought, so I went up like 2.5 kgs. I hit that and it was a lot better. But after that I was like, I'm calling it for the squats. I don't think I have really much more, and if I do, it's just gonna really tax me for my other lifts. And I knew that USAPL meets went way faster than USPA, so I was like, I'm fine with that, and went 2 for 2, and I was like, we're good. Let's just move on to the next one. With bench, it actually went a lot better. My first attempt was like 214, and my second was 226. Both of them, which will be on the screen right now, went extremely well. I put 237 on because I thought that was a number that I could hit pretty easily. With the bench, we ended up having to pause a lot longer than what I was used to. I was used to just like, once it's stable, which I would have like Cyrus watching training, once the weight's stable, then it's press. We had a little bit longer, which made it so like I just genuinely didn't have the strength to push the weight. It was definitely nothing on form wise or anything. I just didn't have the strength to hold it as long as I did. So that definitely will need to be worked on before the next meet. But so 237 I missed. I wasn't really that mad about it because like I did give it everything I had. Nothing really broke down form wise. It was just I didn't have the strength to do it, so I was like, that's fine. I missed it, but I was 4 for 5 on the day. Now the really tragic part of this meet, I had planned on hitting about 502, which is why I went for it at 9 a week out ish, and on deadlifts I hit 455, but as you guys can see, it was really hard. It was not something that I was ready for. Warm-ups felt pretty good, and I did that and I was like, screw it. I was like, I'm not gonna just like do like 463 and just be fine with that. I was like, if we're gonna do something, we're just gonna continue the rate of what we had before for the 502. Maybe something will fix, maybe it won't. And it happened to that it didn't. So I did 473, I think, as my second attempt, and that just didn't really move at all. And after that, I was like, I'm scratching this. I already knew I had won the meet just because the kid who was there competing against me, his name's Can Ya Wu. I just already knew that like my openers were more than his third attempts, and it was his first meet, so I didn't really think the first place didn't mean anything to me by any means. It was nice competing with him because he's one of our friends, but the first place doesn't mean anything to me by any means. But yeah, that kind of just like killed the vibe for the whole video. There's really, going into it with all those complications, I should have dropped my attempts and dropped my expectations, because 9 for 9 would have been possible if I would have done that, but I was like, screw it. I know I can hit these numbers no matter what. If I can't do any more, that's fine. I'll just scratch the attempts. It's a local meet. This isn't, the number I qualify with doesn't personally matter to me. So we just called it there. I think, what is that? That's 6 for 8, 6 for 8, 5 for 7, something like that. So that was decent. It definitely is not a meet that I will ever look back on and be like, yeah, that was my 100%, that's all I had. No, it was really, really trash, and that the video overall was really bad. So I decided to want to do a video like this where I just talk to you guys and give a little recap. Now, I'll talk about this more in a later video, but I did end up dropping Cyrus as a coach, not a friend. We're still brothers. I still love him. But after the meet, I did decide to do that and pick up his coach, actually Nico Flores. But that'll be talked about in a later video, but that did kind of happen because of the meet, kind of beforehand. But like, it's just something that I wanted to bring up in this video. I still love Cyrus. I have gotten a lot of questions about that. Like, are you guys still friends? You guys still training? Yes, we were doing all of that. It was just a business decision. And I wanted to do the best I can at Raw Nats because I really, really believe I have a chance to win. And I felt like I needed someone with a little bit more experience. Cyrus is a great coach, great person. And he will take beginners to about where I'm at. It's just he has a lot more learning to do, and he definitely will do that. So if you're a client of his, don't freak out. It's just I grew a lot more than what we expected, and I was at a point where I just needed more help, but still love him to death. We'll be recording together, I think after this video. No, after this video, I have the senior trip video, which I already have done, so this is way after. But that'll be the next video, and then I have a video with Sean, and then it should be me and Cyrus back. I should be on a normal schedule. That should be a game. We should be good, right? I just want to make this video and recap about what all was going on. I'm really thankful for all the support that's been recently shown on the videos and on the channel, on my Instagram page, 159kg here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'm probably gonna be wrapping up this video. Yeah, I'll probably wrap up this video right here. And yeah, it was just a really tragic meet, but I'm going to take the good from it. I qualified, and that's really all that matters, because I'll be in Lombard, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, in about like 20 weeks or something like that. So we have started Raw Nats prep, and I'm extremely excited for it. This channel has been focused around that, and we will soon be doing it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.